Welcome to the village of Nong Khiaw in Northern Laos. Located in a river valley surrounded by soaring mountains, Nong Khiaw is an absolute must-see for any travel itinerary in the country. A popular spot for backpackers and other travelers alike, it offers everything from rugged mountain trekking to remote village boat excursions and more. Locally, you will find scenic vistas, caves, and less strenuous hikes for amazing views of the area. We traveled the world full-time and stayed in Nong Khiaw for 5 nights, enjoying the local village to its fullest. In this video, we take you around the village and share our amazing experience with the lovely people who call it home. Oh, beautiful.
Sabaydima.
Sabaydima.
Sabaydina.
Welcome. Today we're coming to you from Northern Laos, from the small village of Nong Khiaw. We've been here a few days. Sarah, what do you think?
It's sleepy. I really like it. It's quite nice.
Absolutely. There's about 3,500 people live here. Small village. It's been exceptional. We're going to take you around, show you some of the sights, have a walk through the village. Join us today. It's going to be exciting. Nong Khiaw is located on the Nam U River. It's about a 4-hour bus ride from Luang Prabang. That's how we got here. Sarah, describe the bus ride for us.
Not particularly pleasant, although we did have a good driver.
That's right. The road infrastructure in Laos, it's quite interesting. There is lots of pavement interdispersed with lots of dirt, potholes, gravel, all that kind of stuff. So you do spend a whole bunch of your time bouncing around side to side, up and down. And if you're at the back of the bus and they hit a big pothole, boom, your head might hit the roof. Anyhow, we were sitting at the front. Didn't happen to us. But yeah, it's quite the journey to get here. So this village is an absolutely popular destination for backpackers doing loops through Southeast Asia. There's backpackers here from all sorts of countries, France, India, lots of Israelis, British, not a lot of Canadians, and not really many Americans. Let's get around the village and see what's going on. So we're not on the main road in the village right now. We're on the road that's down right by the water. And as you can see, it's a dirt road. It's extremely dusty when scooters and stuff go by. But the river here is really gorgeous. The color is different than the Mekong. Now, this one actually has some color to it. The Mekong is more gray, brown. It's more sandy and full of that. But here the view is quite exceptional. So it's certainly a really rustic place. It's awesome. The whole village is full of guest houses, restaurants, of course the locals and their businesses, and it's beautiful. You know, you got some really nice looking guest houses. This one here has a couple of sort of cabins right on the water. That is River Huts, Nong Khiaw Luang Prabang. Sabaydi. Such friendly people in Laos. Lots of wildlife around too. Chickens and roosters everywhere. That is one thing there is no shortages of here in Nong Khiaw. Roosters. There's probably more roosters than there are people. It's pretty noisy in the morning. What do you think of the chorus of roosters?
I'd prefer some extra sleep myself.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to have an alarm clock on when you're traveling like we do. We don't really care what time it is. But you won't need your iPhone alarm on. The roosters will let you know when it's 4:30. Like you say, here's more guest houses. Yeah, just guest house galore. We booked ours in advance. Relatively inexpensive, about 17 bucks a night. But yeah, they're just everywhere here. So it is really situated in a picturesque area. I mean, it's just surrounded by massive mountains soaring out of the valley. It's really quite stunning. Totally different experience than to Luang Prabang or anywhere else we've been in Laos. The mountains in this region are just huge. It's not often you see kids on a bicycle. Usually they're riding scooters. What's the age of starting to ride gas scooters, do you think, in Laos, Sarah?
I'm guessing it's probably about 9 years old.
Yeah. As soon as you can touch the ground, you're taking the scooter. There's lots of scooters here. Everybody's got at least one in their family. Well, we got somebody here down on the river. See what they're doing. Probably doing some fishing. Just paddling across. All right, we're gonna head up here to, we call it Main Street. Hang a left, and we'll do a loop around the entire village. Show you a few different things. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can do in the Luang Prabang if you're into hiking. There's some viewpoints you can hike up to. There's some places you can camp up in the mountains. They'll take you up there. You can't just wander around on your own. This area was heavily bombed during the Vietnam War, and there's still lots of unexploded ordnances out there, so the trails that are marked have been cleared. Anything else could be dangerous potentially. All right, Main Street, what do we got? Bunch of roosters. If you like rustic, this place will really sing to your heart. It's just got relaxation and going back in time written all over it.
This is one of my favorite trees. No leaves at the moment, but they just keep producing these huge flowers that look like roses. Pretty cool, huh?
You know, as I said, the mountains here are just spectacular. I mean, just check this out. This is awesome. Just an absolutely visually stunning place. Well, and here's the one dentist in town, right beside the roosters. Probably right beside their house, actually. Most people's business is attached to their house. That's how it works in Laos. That was a pretty good rhyme. I don't do that all the time. Boo! Boo! Carry on. Okay, so this is something I haven't seen in Laos anywhere before. Here, this place has EV charging station. And inside there, they've got 2 little EV chargers set to go. Talk about modern stuff in a not so modern place. Cool. So it is a Sunday. Some stuff is kind of closed. Lots is still open though. There's all sorts of little restaurants around town. So this is a real common sight here in Nong Khiaw. Tuk-tuks. Full of backpackers coming in from the bus station. Backpacks on top, all the backpackers in the back. Oh, here's a store. So where that tuk-tuk pulled in is actually, this is the Nong Khiaw bus station. We'll show you this. Mini buses and tuk-tuks. So when you come in on bus, that's where you end up. Unless you have like what we did, a private van with a couple other people, and took us right to town. Well, he sounds angry.
Chinese tourists there.
That's a group of tourists from China. China's super close to here. You see a lot in Luang Prabang. Not so many here, eh, Sarah?
Not so far. It's been mostly young backpackers that are here for the trekking. There's tour companies all over town that'll take you up into the hills, to the waterfalls, up the river, you name it.
Yeah, and there's a couple of caves too. These are caves where during the war people hid and business functioned and all this kind of stuff. You went up there, what did you think of the caves?
It was pretty neat. One I didn't go too far into. It was a little claustrophobic for me. The other one was pretty open. But there's 2 sets of caves, both about 2 kilometers outside of town. So if you've got a pedal bike, that's great, or a scooter. You are able to walk there, but it's a little bit of a trek out.
Right. Wow, mountains on the other side of the road too. Awesome. Kids always like to be on camera, it seems. All right, so we're gonna head to this is the highway. It's not much of a highway, but here we got the hospital. So in case something happens to you, you can go there. Noi District Community Hospital. All right. And actually here, just across the road, all these trees here, these are teak trees. The teak trees grow everywhere around here. And it's used a lot in construction. Cabinetry and chairs and all this kind of stuff. Beds. And it's very expensive wood. All right, so my hair is kind of scruffy, but we just found this. Barbershop. So we're gonna go see if there's somebody working. I don't think people really care if it's a Sunday. People work 7 days a week, 6 days a week. You work when there's an opportunity to make money. We'll go see if they're open. Get a buzz cut. Nice and short if we can.
It appears to be kid haircut day here.
Maybe it's haircut because no school today. Yeah. All right, yeah, it looks like it's kids haircut day, so maybe we'll have to come back. Bye. Okay. Guess when it's no school, it's time for a haircut. And we've heard things like, you know, when you go to school here, you have to make sure your nails are cut properly. You have to have a good haircut. It's not just willy-nilly North American bull crap stuff that people get away with. And the kids usually have uniforms too. This is interesting. Here we've got some geese. The run to rise ratio on stairs in Laos is pretty extreme. Stairs are like pretty vertical. Oh, there's a cell phone store. Music, speakers. Kind of some electronics. And you got, looks like new tractors here for sale. Good for some gardening. There's a bit of a hardware store here. Oh, there's even like plows for your farm. Different engines you can hook up to make a tractor or motorized cart with. They're super creative here with that kind of stuff. And yeah, and then there's even a scooter sale place here. You can get your scooter or your oil, your tires, you name it. They got helmets for sale here, but not too many people use helmets. They got sticker kits you can put on your bikes. These are a Huda. Huda is a Chinese knockoff of a Honda. And it's pretty much the same as a Honda Wave 125. Huda. You gotta like the writing, it even looks like Honda. So you can come down here, you can get some fruit and veg. You can get a scooter. You can get some tires, you can get a plow. And you can get a Marshall amp, but no guitar. And you probably buy some beer lao, yeah? All right, that's enough on the market. We'll head back into town, see what's going on. So we're gonna head into the village here, and there's a Wat. There's a Buddhist temple here. So this is quite interesting here. There's a lovely garden in someone's backyard here. Check this out. And as you can see, there's construction going on, building a house. Like I said, it's Sunday. Construction goes nonstop. Maybe people have one day a week off, but if you're building something, you just keep at it. There's lots of construction actually going on here. New houses. It's a pretty nice place. There is some nice houses here. Check out this one that's newly built. It's quite a nice place. Yeah, pretty sleepy, pretty rustic. So everybody gets around here, scooters. You can have anywhere from 1 to 5 people on a scooter. We've seen 5 a few times. It's usually 2 adults and 3 kids. It's pretty funny to see. The first time you see it, you're like, what the hell? And after a while, you're like, that's pretty efficient. All right, you can see here, we're coming up on the Wat. That's funny. That blanket says Old Trafford on it. It's an English Premier League football team. Some of the clothing here, I don't know where it comes from, but it must come from foreign countries as sort of donated clothing that's not used anymore. Here's the Wat, it's beautiful. So we are not dressed appropriately to go into the Wat, so we won't. You'll see some foreigners doing that regardless. Very disrespectful. We always try to be observant of cultural norms and expectations. It's only fair. Oh wow, here there's rice cakes drying on a table. This is really neat. Yeah, it's like rice molded together and then shaped like this. They're made into like a little dish. Maybe they put something in them. Not sure. Very resourceful with food. You know, the local village houses are very basic. Some are fancy. Here's one that's being built new. You can see it's got all kind of modern trim going on. And then directly beside it, kind of an old-fashioned home. Interesting. Kids are always resourceful with toys here. That's some plastic bags tied to a stick and a string as a kite. As you see, the ladies in skirts, they ride side saddle on scooters. They don't sit over the back, they ride side saddle. And they always get on the same side, on the side of the kickstand. It's pretty interesting. If they're wearing shorts or jeans, they maybe sit properly, or like, you know, across the seat, but if they're in a dress, they sit side saddle. We've never seen anyone fall off or crash. Lots of houses, just very basic structures. Some more modern. You can see the separation of wealth. Sabaidi, sabaidi. And you'll notice here that all the scaffolding to build the houses is made from bamboo. It's absolutely amazing how they structure the bamboo so they can do the construction, the concrete and everything like that. Sabaidi. Good. Say hi. Sabaidi.
Sabaidi nữa.
Không trai là lai. Không trai là lai. You can see it's dusty as hell here. The rainy season will be coming more towards the summer, the monsoons. It'll bring quite a bit of rain. It'll turn all this into mud. It'll be quite the time to be here. Right now we go home every day and the apartment gets filled with this sand and dust. You have to hose off your feet in the toilet with the bum gun. And then you're all fresh and minty clean. Okay, so we're going to take you now to the main intersection in town, take you over the bridge, show you the river. It's not a very good place. You can just walk anywhere. Oh, they got a whole bunch of road paving they've done here. This is interesting. Maybe they're paving all the roads within the village, you know, a bit at a time. Sabaidi. Sabaidi. How are you? Hi. Oh, sweet children. Oh yeah, they're doing some more. Ah yeah, they're doing some new road paving. Yeah. Uh-huh. What's this? What's this? Candy. Nice. Yeah, there's all new roads that are being paved here. Wow, what sweet kids. Yeah, Sabaidi, come chai la lai. Okay. Ciao, bye. Oh, beautiful.
Sabaidi ma.
Sabaidi ma. Super cool.
I think that's what they make the brooms out of.
Yeah, they make brooms for dusting and sweeping, and looks like that's what they do. They cut them and then dry them and then assemble brooms with them. All right, coming up on the main street here. It's always fun interacting with kids. They always have a good time. Sometimes confused about cameras, sometimes excited. Oh, this guy here has a toy. Do again, do again. Oh, having fun. Nong Khiaw. Kids in the village having fun. That's awesome. We were having dinner last night and it's a family-owned restaurant like they all are here. And the family was playing badminton in the street. Badminton's a huge thing in Laos. There's no facility here for it, so they play in the street or at the school grounds. So this here is Main Street, Nong Khiaw. All sorts of shops, guest houses, restaurants. Lots of kind of little general stores that sell everything, you know, some snacks, candies, cigarettes, beer, potato chips. And if you come here, if you're interested in trekking and that kind of stuff, there's all sorts of places like this. This is Travel Trek Adventures, and here you can see they sell all sorts of things, tours, overnight camping, all sorts of things are available, and you just come. These shops are all over the place in Nong Khiaw. Pricing of things in town is relatively straight, so if you check one tour place and you check another one, the prices are going to be pretty consistent. We've checked a few things, and that's been the case. So definitely, if you need that, that's what you're going to do. You're just going to go find some of them stores like that. Somebody! Come chai lalai. Great guys. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff here, yeah? Look at all this. This is all shoes and stuff, yeah? Wonder what Sarah's looking to buy here. What have we got? Oh, this is another, it's like a hardware store. No, badminton rackets, badminton rackets.
Those look like some kind of trap.
Those are traps for hunting animals. For sure, those are traps. Those are leg traps for trapping small animals. But yeah, there's badminton rackets here. Got all your slippers, all sorts of sizes, kids, adults, you name it. Costs? Western dollars go a long way. Here's an example of a roadside restaurant. This is where you would kind of come and check it out. It's really cool. You know, typically you're going to find local Lao cuisine, but you're going to find some other places as well. This, for example, is an Indian restaurant that's here. It's open from 4:30 and into the late hours. If you order local Lao food, the prices are really reasonable. If you want something more Western oriented, you can find it, things like pizzas and hamburgers. You're typically going to pay about double what a typical Lao meal would cost. So we try to stick to sort of local cuisine. Here's some meat grilling on a barbecue, roasting over coals. Looks really good, smells fantastic, would be absolutely reasonable priced. You know, you just can't go wrong. Anywhere along the street, there's just these great restaurants here. We ate at this one yesterday, Noi and Ni. It was a really good value. I had soup, noodles, this kind of stuff. I'd highly recommend that, as well as Mountain Restaurant. It's a little farther down the road, and just past the school on the corner, you're going to find it. And it's just absolutely, really just a great place to go. Also, all around town, you're going to find, you know, this kind of stuff, other than all these 800 backpackers going by. You're going to find places advertising stuff like laundry service. And for that, you're going to pay by weight. You're going to pay by weight. It's usually between 20 and 25,000 kip for a kilo of laundry. You know, here's another example, right? There's another tour place just across the street, White Rabbit Tours. Again, they're going to book all of your treks, your waterfall, camping, hiking, viewpoints, all this kind of stuff. There's probably 7 or 8 tour operators like that in town, and somebody there speaks English, and they're more than happy to take your money. Some things you definitely want to book in advance. I mean, this place gets busy. There's lots of stuff going on. If you want to do one of those expensive tours or treks, you want to book it in advance, or you want to arrive here with enough time to secure your spot and do that. So there is no grocery store in town. There's also not like a meat market. I mean, you're not going to really need that because your guest room is not going to be equipped with any of that. It won't even come with a fridge, most likely. But there's lots of places like the one across the road here. It's got pop, it's got chips, it's got snacks, it's got eggs and rice, and lots of beer. They like their beer here. Okay, let's head on down to the bridge and the river. Got massage places here. You can get different kind of massages. Yeah, you gotta love the ecosystems of business in place here. This is the egg delivery. In case you didn't know, if you're from the West, eggs don't actually require refrigeration. Now they do in the West because we take the eggs and we clean them or treat them with something, and then all of a sudden they expire. Well, no, they don't in the rest of the world. They sit and they're outside and they're good like indefinitely. Lots of hostels here. The backpackers sure like the hostels. There's your giant water delivery truck. And again, you can see here's more tour companies. So we're almost up here at the main intersection. We're gonna hang a right, hit the bridge, go over, check the river out, show you what that looks like. It's really gorgeous. You'll like this. So at the corner of the main street is the Trio Bar. We'll show you here. Sarah's standing outside. This seems to be a primary gathering point for backpackers. It's an absolutely decent place. The prices are a little more than you'd find locally if you went to others. But if you come here, you know what you're gonna find is a whole bunch of backpackers. It's a great place to be. There's a whole bunch of people watching you can do here. And yeah, it's really great. It's really great. I'd recommend coming here. Get yourself a drink, a soda, smoothie, a beer, something like this. If you come next door, you can get yourself some fresh fruit. They've got all sorts of that right here. Just don't do what some of the cheap backpackers do. You know, I've seen people coming here and buying things like a pineapple and like arguing over 500 kip, which is like 3 cents. It doesn't make any sense why anybody from a Western country would be so cheap and try to do that to them. It makes no sense. All right, so we're on the bridge now that connects both sides of the village. The village side that we were on is the main side. The other side does have a few restaurants. There's some houses and stuff there. There's some really, really neat, off in the distance you'll see here, huts that you can stay at on the river. This bridge was built, it was a gift from the Chinese to the people of Laos. Look at the stunning scenery here, the mountains. This is absolutely amazing. You know, and of course you got the river and all the beautiful river boats. So as we said at the beginning, this is the Nam U. Nam means river, U is the river itself. And tomorrow we're going to be heading down, that is the boat dock right down there. And we'll be heading there, we're getting a boat. Where are we going, Sarah?
We're going to Nong Khiaw.
Right, and how long is that going to take us, do you think?
Somewhere between 5 and 6 hours is my understanding.
We're heading there, and that's kind of our last stop in Laos. That'll be the end of 2 months in Laos. And it seems like we just got here. We arrived in Laos on December the 26th, and it's just been an absolutely amazing experience. So from there, we'll figure out some ground transportation, and our next visit, if you know the geography well, isn't going to be China. It's going to be Vietnam. You're going to love the series of videos we're going to make in Vietnam. It's going to be really, really good. Now we're getting towards the other side of the river here. You can see you got kayak rentals, and you've also got, you know, little huts that you can stay in there. Lodging here is really reasonable. We're paying like 17 bucks a night. Man, those kids are flying. Kids on scooters, families on scooters. They're scooter wild, man. This village clearly survives around tourism. There's a couple of ATMs in town if you need them. They all work with Western cards, which is good. We found in some other cities in Laos that that's not the case. Oftentimes, you'll find that the machine won't work. It'll only take local Lao cards. So there are a couple of ATMs. There's actually one if you cross the river to the far side. Just on the left-hand side, there's an ATM. It works all with Western cards. You can go there, withdraw your kip. It'll be perfectly fine. Here we are. We're at the other side now. There's guest houses here, restaurants. That's your ATM there that you want to use. What's the service charge on that ATM, Sarah?
30,000 kip, maximum withdrawal 2 million kip.
Yeah, that's right. The machines in Laos seem to have a maximum withdrawal amount between 2 and the maximum we've seen is 3 million kip. So as soon as you cross the bridge, you're actually leaving Bang Nong Khiaw and you're going to Ban Sob Hun, and you'll see the sign of the side of the road for that. So the bridge actually connects 2 villages. This one's smaller, and there's even more smaller ones if you keep going. More travel businesses.
So if you're into hiking or climbing stairs, there's a number of viewpoints in town. Most charge a fee or all charge a fee. There's one right across the street from us. You can see the sign here.
Right, so this here is the start of the trail. You kind of come around here, side of this building, and you buy a ticket here. And you can hike way up to a viewpoint on the mountains overlooking the entire region. Not sure what they charge. I'm sure it's not expensive. But I can be sure that I won't be hiking up there.
So that's the shortest of 3 or 4 that are over here. The others are about an hour and a half hike to get up. I think that one's only about 10-15 minutes to go to the highest point. There's a number of places that have magnificent views, including one that they have trips, including one that they have overnight camping trips advertised to as well. You can stay up overnight, 360-degree views apparently. We won't be doing that, but it's an option.
That's right, all sorts of options available to you here. Aha. This place here has a promotion going on. 1 free beer today, new promotion. The problem is, it's closed. So you won't be getting any free beer there at all. Yeah. So if you head out this way, more guest houses. There's a Chennai restaurant, Indian and Malaysian food here. There's massage places, all this kind of stuff.
Also, if you want to visit the cave, it's about 2 kilometers down this road here. It's 50,000 kip to get in.
That's right, there's a couple of caves here you can go to and walk down that way. It is hot today. It is winter in Laos. I don't know what the temperature is. I'm gonna say it's between 28 and 30 degrees today. It is hot. So we're gonna head back into town. We're gonna get ourselves some refreshments. We're gonna sit and people watch for the rest of the day. Enjoy our last full day here in Nong Khiaw before we set out tomorrow on the bus at 11 a.m. My name's Jay.
And I'm Sarah.
We're a couple of crazy Canadians traveling the world full time. If you like what we're doing, hit the like and subscribe button down below. And we'll see you in the next travel video.